Hey guys! This is Pikachu Animate, and welcome to the inaugural episode of my commentary series. For my first commentary, it will be on your local Danny fandom and Littlest Pet Shop Fan 04's rant on babies in Tomodachi life. Boy oh boy, this rant is going to suck big time for sure, I just know it. Well, without further ado, let's begin.
Hello everybody! This is your local Danny fandom and Littlest Pet Shop Fan 04 here, and welcome to the first episode of my rant series. To start it all off on a banger, my first rant will be on babies in my favorite game on the 3DS, Tomodachi Life. If you like this gameplay element, your thoughts are tolerated.
Well, I can at least handle your thoughts on the babies since I'm nowadays used to them when I play the game.
Anyway, here I go. Babies. Oh my god. This has got to be, if not and without a shadow of a doubt, the worst gameplay element in Tomodachi Life. Allow me to explain why this element is the biggest crybaby we've ever have dealt with. 1. They cry. A lot. It can be very aggravating listening to them cry when caring for them and can lead to one giving up. On that note, their constant crying can be enough to get you on your very last nerve.
Duh. They're babies. You know, little humans that cry for communication because they can't talk, idiot.
2. It takes forever trying to cheer up the baby if you play the mini-game, and win or lose, all you get is a gift to use on a me, like an age-o-matic, a bad set, etc.
The wording of it implies that you should get a better prize for taking care of a baby, and before you know it, it gets easy once you get used to it.
3. Sometimes, the parents will call their player to care for the baby saying, whatever the baby's name is, just won't stop crying. And it is unskippable. This is especially a problem if your 3DS or PC has a low battery, and you really need to save your progress if you're ready to stop playing.
What a hypothetical situation. Again, it implies that the baby is at blame.
4. Sometimes, when the baby is first born, it can look odd, ugly, or like the opposite gender. For example, a baby girl may look like a boy, or a baby boy may have makeup and blush to make it look more feminine and masculine. Though, this can be blamed on the fact that the game tries to make your baby look like a mashup of your married new couple. Fortunately, the baby's appearances can be altered.
Sorry bud, but that flaw is more of a nitpick. An insulting nitpick at that. Plus, have you ever heard of something called genetics? Babies share genes with both parents. Besides, you can edit the baby.
5. If playing on an emulator, your game will usually crash when caring for them, as caring for babies has features only a 3DS or 2DS can handle.
Bullshit. I can play it on an emulator just fine.
6. Once a baby grows up, you can send it off to be a traveler. However, there is a very high chance of that traveler getting erased as a player may delete their save file or reach the limit for travelers, which deletes the traveler.
Nonsense. Tell me how that is relevant.
7. Babies on day 2 and 3 are especially annoying to care for, as in the mini-game where you either tickle or play peekaboo with the baby, he or she will rarely be happy with what you do, and they move away when trying to tickle them sometimes.
Bruh. You only have 4 ways: patting or tickling the baby on their head, face, and tummy, and playing peekaboo with them. It's easy to figure it out.
And the final reason, 8. There's a glitch that will cause constant make calls from parents for their grown kids, even if you didn't know they even exist.
Again, how is that relevant? That makes 0 sense.
So yeah, those were all the reasons why this element is straight up awful. Now, let me explain the redeeming qualities about this element. 1. As said before, grown-up babies can be used to exchange travelers in between islands via Street Pass, and only grown-up babies can be travelers, not islanders.
Hashtag irrelevant.
They can also live on your island once they grow up if you don't like Street Pass or want them to live on your island.
Yup. At least that's pretty relevant.
2. If a couple has a baby on Tomodachi Life, they cannot divorce for 6 days, and this is the only way to prevent divorces in the game.
Another one of the only pointers here that actually makes sense.
3. A baby's name and personality are fully customizable.
Yes. Correct. It's also a very nice feature.
4. You can toggle babies on and off in the settings menu at your island's town hall.
Sure. But that's not really a redeeming quality, as that defeats the purpose of your stupid rant.
And finally, 5. Once they're almost grown up at 4 and 5 days old, they cry much less and are overall less annoying and needy.
What a retard. You can't even classify them as babies.
End of rant.
Well, that rant was just awful to watch. Basically, this guy really hates babies in the game. Tomodachi Life is a life simulation game, and a married couple having a baby is like a milestone. Due to the game being life simulation, of course babies are going to cry, and they will indeed be annoying. All I can say is, this guy must hate that feature with a burning passion. So, in conclusion, most of the pointers he gave out were nitpicks, false, or quite frankly, mean-spirited. Well, that concludes the first episode of my commentary series. See you all in the next episode.